Children, we studied about the biogeochemical cycle. You know that the cyclic flow of nutrients within an ecosystem is called biogeochemical cycle. So, what happens in this cycle? Here, bio means biological, geo means geological, chemical. Okay, so the recycling of biological, geological, and chemical sources of nutrients takes place in this process. Are you clear? Whatever the biological means, geological means the things, minerals coming from the soil, while the chemical substances which are present in the food, they are recycled, passed from one organism to the other. You had studied the cycles, various cycles till now. So, but this transfer of these biological, geological, and chemical sources is not so simple. It takes certain stages. Okay, so it takes certain stages for transferring the energy from these nutrients. And these nutrients also are not of only one type. According to the states or the types of nutrients in the biogeochemical cycle, there are two types of biogeochemical cycles: gaseous cycle and the sedimentary cycle. Whatever you had studied, you know that some gaseous substances are also transferred, they are cycled, and some solid substances are also transferred during the transfer of the nutrients from herbivores to carnivores, and then its decomposition, whatever you had studied. So, one by one, we will study both the types of biogeochemical cycle. So, gaseous biogeochemical cycle contains the gaseous type of nutrients. It includes nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, etc. So, what happens during this? You know, the atmospheric nitrogen, it is trapped by various processes, as you studied biological, industrial, and bacterial transmission. What happens? The nitrogen from the atmosphere is fixed, and thus nitrates or various compounds of nitrogens are formed which are useful for the plant. It means gaseous substance is trapped to convert it into the solid substance, sedimentary substance. Oxygen also, which is present in the atmosphere, that oxygen combines with some other substances, and thus it is also recycled. Carbon dioxide, a gaseous substance, when oxygen is liberated from there, it forms the solid carbon. Water vapors, when it is condensed, converts into water. Again, on freezing, it converts into solid. So, in this way, gaseous substances can be converted into its some other forms. So, how they are converted? How that cycle occurs? Accumulations of the main abiotic gaseous material is found in the Earth's atmosphere. Whatever the nitrogen, for example, if you will take nitrogen, 78% of nitrogen is present in the air. Air contains 78% of nitrogen. So, its nutrients, if they will remain in the air, what will happen? It will not be so used. So, that's why these gaseous nutrients, abiotic nutrient, it is trapped in the earth, which is which is used in the form of nitrates. Are you getting? But it is observed that this transfer of gaseous substances is very fast. It is not taking so much time if we compare it with the sedimentary cycle. You know the photosynthesis process, okay? You know the respiration process. The gaseous exchanges are taking place therein. That is the gaseous cycle, okay? So it takes place very fast. For example, if carbon dioxide has accumulated in an area, it is quickly dispersed with the wind or it can be absorbed by the plant. Means it is not taking the longer time. That's why we can say that it is a fast process. Only some climatic changes or human activities can affect their speed and some other factors like equilibrium of the cycle. Otherwise, gaseous cycle is the faster one. Then sedimentary cycle. Sedimentary cycle is the solid substances which are present in the nutrients, it is called as the sediments, and that solid substances are also cycled, means passed from one stage to the another. Okay, it includes soil components like iron, calcium, phosphorus. Okay, so these main abiotic nutrient material, they are found in the soil or in the rocks of the earth. So, how they are transferred? You know, iron, calcium, phosphorus, these are the nutrients that are used by the animals for their growth. Animals use these nutrients, and thus, after their use, when they are passed, what happens? They can be passed in the form of um, liquid or in the form of in the gaseous form also. So this cycle is called as the sedimentary cycle. It takes a long time for the occurring. You know, carbon dioxide converts into some other stage very quickly. But you know, the carbon which is present in the animals, when these animals die, the decomposition takes place a longer time. You know, sedimentation of the plants, you know, when plants fall down in the forest, conversion of into the coal is a long process. From that we can say that the sedimentary cycle is a very slow cycle. Are you clear? Carbon occurs in abiotic form in coal, granite, diamond, in the earth's crust, while the same in the gaseous form, carbon dioxide, in the atmosphere. Generally, carbon is present in plants and animals for a much shorter duration, means very little amount than it is in coal. Hence, we can say that the sedimentary process is the slow, though it is also related with the climatic changes and the human activities. Depending upon the climatic changes and the human activities, the speed, intensity, and equilibrium of this sedimentary cycle may also change. Are you clear, children, about the types of biogeochemical cycle and the sedimentary cycle?